the leadership, our local leadership of Lubirizi, and all other government officials present, including my ministry, all the invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Abanywanyi muliyo, mwebale, mwebale, ego, oguno Beatrice anywa, Mama Mabira, away to Kitugum. Nabasima Munonga. Your Excellency, it was just a short interlude. Try to make myself familiar with the Lubirizi. Your Excellency, it is an honor and a privilege for me to stand before you and the people of Lubirizi to celebrate the World Wetlands Day. As we join the global community to commemorate this day, let us reflect on our achievements, challenges in management of these vital resources, and explore and enhance the available opportunities for wetland management both nationally and internationally. Today we mark the 54th year since the signing of the Ramsar Convention on the wetland in 1971 in the town of Ramsar in Iran. As a country, we ratified this Ramsar Convention in 1988, and we went ahead and designated 12 Ramsar sites in this country. One would ask, we want to pause and ask ourselves, have we fulfilled our commitments to this convention besides designation of the sites? Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate this day with the national theme conserving wetlands today for a secure tomorrow, let us stop and think our actions and the implications they have on the general environment. This theme, together with the slogan, Healthy Wetlands, Secured Future, underscore the importance of preserving and protecting wetlands now in order to secure the future for our generations, but also to attain a sustainable economic development. It is a common knowledge that wetlands offer numerous benefits which are vital to our human survival. That will include clean water for our domestic use, the industrial use, irrigation, and hydropower generation, climate moderation, support for the biodiversity conservation, and the ecotourism. It also acts as a buffer against extreme events like the floods, as it was outlined by the chairman, and the storms, and sequester more carbon than tropical forests, as it was outlined by my director. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the fact that Uganda is endowed with this vast wetland coverage, we continue to degrade at a very alarming rate. This should really stop, because from 1994, when we were about 15.6, we have already now reached 9.3 only. And by region, we have the highest in the eastern region with 41%, followed with northern Uganda, where I come from, with 24.6%, central region with 21.3%, and western region has 13.1%. Such losses will result in increased occurrence of climate-related disasters, food and water insecurity, loss of income from tourism and agriculture, amongst others. The threats of our wetlands are real and must not be relented. Now more than ever, we need to step up our efforts, engage all stakeholders at all levels, so that we halt this massive degradation. We need to promote actions that promote recovery of degraded wetlands through integrated approaches and encourage sustainable utilization. I'm therefore calling upon the academia and the private sector players to invest in innovation and research for wetland resources. I'm aware that there is already a company, MacPad, which we saw, that is producing sanitary towels from papayas, and I want to applaud them for this innovation, especially for our young girls in schools. We need more of such innovations and value chain to sustainably use the wetlands. The country recognizes the need to protect our wetlands now more than ever, especially in light of climate change effects. On that note, I would like to thank His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for his continuous sensitization of the masses about wetlands, but also for the directives of wetlands that have guided our actions. The President has continuously highlighted in his addresses to the nation the need to vacate all the wetlands voluntarily, and in areas where impunity has been a challenge, we might be forced to let you move a little bit uncomfortably. I have implored you to heed to the President's guidance and therefore leave all the wetlands voluntarily. Government is preparing alternative sources of livelihood. Your Excellency, this morning before you arrived, I was able to go and visit one of the fish ponds, Mwinjirereze, Jojo Village 2, where there is a fish pond. And we are happy to see the alternative livelihood. Over the past 30 years, ladies and gentlemen, my ministry has registered many achievements in trying to conserve our environment. And this includes, we have already had an inventory and the mapping of all our wetlands. As said earlier, we have also cancelled many titles created in the wetlands, and we continue to do that. We have gazetted also our environment, our wetlands. We have put pillars to demarcate them. We are making efforts to restore the degraded ones. And we have also established the National Wetland Information System for documentation of all the wetland data for real-time decision-making. ICT has not left us behind. Furthermore, we have stepped up awareness campaigns and compliance enforcement of the law. Government is committed to financing wetland management in Uganda and has since provided funds from 495 million since 1999 to now to the tune of 7.2 billion per annum. This is, I thought somebody would really appreciate also the government's effort. Mulude, this is targeted and restoring all degraded wetlands. It is also making the demarcation we are talking about. It also helps us and strengthen the monitoring and enforcement. It helps us prepare plans, management plans, build capacities, and increase on the awareness and sensitization. As we commemorate the World Wetlands Day, it is appropriate that we use this occasion to reaffirm our collective commitment to preserve our wetlands and rededicate ourselves to bring all Ugandans on board to contribute to this important cause. We must end wetlands encroachment, poor land use planning, and unsustainable use of wetland resources, amongst others. My ministry will continue to accord high priority to conservation and wise use of wetlands in the country. And we look forward to working with development partners, academia, wetland experts, the NGOs, private sector, and all concerned Ugandans from all walks of life to secure the nature resources endowed in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to extend our sincere appreciation to our development partners, especially the UNDP program, for the continued support and the commitment they continue to make towards the wetland conservation through restoration of degraded wetland ecosystems, setting up wetland demonstration sites, provision of alternative livelihoods for wetland adjacent communities, as I witnessed this morning. The AD Trust, European Union, the GIZ, Joint for Water, Nature Uganda, Worldwide Fund, NEMA, and the Teens Uganda. As I conclude, I would like to thank the leadership of Rubirizi District for being a good example in conserving wetlands, but also I congratulate you for hosting this colorful national celebration. Fellow citizens, let's work together to make this year a turning point in our effort to address wetland degradation in the country so as to secure the future of all of us. I wish you all a wonderful celebration for God and my country on behalf of my Senior Minister, Sam Cheptoris. As I finish with humility, Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Toto, I invite you to speak to your people. Yalama.
the Honorable Minister of State for Environment, the Resident Coordinator, UN agencies in Uganda, the representative of High Excellency, the Ambassador of the Royal Danish Embassy, the UNDP resident representative, all development partners present in your respective capacities, honorable members of parliament present, the chairman LOC 5 RDC of Rubirisi district, and other local leaders present, religious leaders in your respective capacities, and cultural leaders, all the exhibitors, security chiefs present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Nabaramusha mwena. Nabaramusha mwena. Seems people have been staying here since yesterday. Have they been staying here since yesterday? Oh, very early in the morning. The chairman has not taken care of the people properly. President Weitu, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, yabaramusha mwena. Ne Mama Janet Kataha Museveni, yabaramusha mwena. Yesterday I got a phone call from His Excellency the President asking me whether I knew about this ceremony today and who is responsible to articulate his message. And I told him that I had not yet got that information. So it is yesterday morning when he instructed me to come here this morning to read his message to you. So I want to thank you for welcoming me to Rubirizi for the second time. Because last time when we were here, we said it's not the first and the last, it was just the beginning. I remember the MPs, we said we are going to be coming to Rubirizi in every quarter. And it seems God is also on our side. And I congratulate you on hosting this very important day. The chairman was saying that there are pressing issues here, which the MP also added, and also the LOC1 chairman. The one of the road, the one of the health center 4, the one of the ambulance, the one of the veterans of this area, all will be presented to His Excellency the President tomorrow in the cabinet meeting, where all ministers sit and respective ministers will be reminded. Because when I was here last time, I took the message to the ministers. So tomorrow we shall remind them. The member of parliament was saying that the issue of the road might affect the percentage of His Excellency the President. I want to beg you, Honorable Member of Parliament, to ensure that there should be no reason why the support of His Excellency should be affected in any way, in a negative way. Because as you know, he told me that he's coming here soon. That's why he said, you go today, I come today, he's coming here soon. His Excellency the President, I heard the LOC1 chairman talking about Obusinje, peace. So that means that we have secure 100%. We can use that one to give His Excellency the President 100%. As we implement others. I wish someone would be translating my message. When I finish, you will translate this small message of mine, but the one of Muse is always not translated. So I'm here to give you hope again that the issue of the road is on the plan. The issue of the health center 4, it's by policy of government. And also the ambulances which were given, I don't know whether in the second set or the third set, because the Minister of Health had placed those ambulances in sets. First group, second group, third group. I'm sure that the ambulance for this county is in one of the segments of those ambulances. We will check with the minister and her team. The people of northern Uganda, where the Minister of Environment comes from, Kitugum, Acholi, there, they are greeting you. They greeted you. We were there the other day in northern Uganda, in Lira, with His Excellency the President. And the wealth creation tours of the President is what is going to bring him here next week. Those wealth creation tours, he has finished in West Nile, he has finished in Acholi, he has finished in Lango, he has also finished in Karamoja. Those areas form northern Uganda. And the Honorable Member of Parliament, people here should know that in the whole of northern Uganda, during those wealth creation tours, people also took advantage to endorse the President as their candidate for 2026. So the whole of northern Uganda will vote for the President. And when we went to where I come from now, my village in Teso there, that is eastern Uganda, it has Teso, it has Busoga, it has Sebei, it has Bugisu, it has Bukedi, and it has what again? Those are the ones. Busoga, Bukedi, Sebei, Bugisu, and Teso. Those are the ones which form eastern Uganda. The President has also completed wealth creation tours in the whole of eastern Uganda, in those regions which I have named. And also the people of eastern Uganda all have endorsed the President as their candidate for 2026 during those wealth creation tours. So now we are beginning with you next week after Taresita here in western Uganda. We shall come to Ankole, we shall go to Bunyoro, we shall go to Toro, and also Kigezi, and that area of Kasese. Yes. We want to see whether there will be also similar support like the north and the east. So as we stand, His Excellency the President is supported across the country. Even in central Uganda, we were in Masaka, Greater Masaka, and the people of Greater Masaka also have said they are going with President Museveni in 2026. They are going to vote for him overwhelmingly. So we are moving around the country, but the most important message of the President is household income. When he comes here in Rubirizi, he will be going to the villages to see how those Frisian cows, dairy cows, fish, piggery, poultry, pineapples, fruits, all the things that you are doing in the household, how it's producing money at the household level, and how it's supporting the family. So when we come here, we shall be visiting the districts of Ankole, and you will hear the message of His Excellency the President himself. But I request you to continue supporting NRM, because all those other service delivery programs will be attended to. Mwebare kusajika NRM na President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Na mbashaba mugumize mu ni muhanjira NRM 2026 okujihere za akaruru umwinchi. Next year. It's very near, even as we are going to campaign in our villages. And we want you to pray for us. You pray for me for Katakui there. And also the minister here for Kitugum. But we shall be coming here also to support Muzei when we get some gap, because our constituencies are very small. But for the President, the whole country, we shall be coming. You will be seeing our faces. Don't get tired of us. But for today, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni yaandika ubutumwa mbwenu kambubashome re. I'm going to read for you his message, and it goes as follows. I am glad to join you in today's celebrations to mark World Wetlands Day 2025. This is an occasion to celebrate our rich natural heritage and appreciate that Uganda is indeed gifted by nature. The diversity and vibrancy of our environment is not only appreciated here in Uganda, but world over. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 15, it reads, I open quotes, "The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work in it and keep it." I close quotes. Then in Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 7, it says, I open quotes, "And I brought you into a plentiful land to enjoy its fruits and its good things." I close quotes. "But when you came in, you defiled my land and made my heritage an abomination." That's the continuation, another quote. "Therefore, let us not behave like those who are given plentiful land and destroyed it, but rather take up the responsibility that God has given us to care for the earth." The latest global biodiversity assessment indicates that wetlands are disappearing 3 times faster than forests. This is confirmed in the recent National Diversity Assessment that places wetlands as the most threatened of all Uganda's ecosystems. The consequences of environmental degradation are real, and we are now crying of high temperatures, erratic rains, and crop failures. If you watch global news, you will know that many disasters have happened around the world in the recent months, including wildfires, cyclones, floods, and hurricanes. Commemorating World Wetlands Day symbolizes Uganda's commitment towards joining together the global community in affirming the common concern on the conservation and management of wetland resources. The day also provides us the opportunity to take stock of how much has been accomplished by Uganda as a contracting party to the Ramsar Convention since 1988. The theme for the World Wetlands Day 2025 is Conserving Wetlands Today for a Secure Tomorrow. This is in line with the message we have been emphasizing as government. Let these farms be sharara to perform their functions, because as a country, we stand to lose if we tamper with these ecosystems, and we will end up with desertification. Therefore, let us not be selfish and deny others and the future generations clean water, water for irrigation, wetland resources, and food. Healthy wetlands are key in rainfall formation, managing the water balance above the ground and below the ground, where water flows and is stored. The loss or degradation of wetlands, on the other hand, can result in a negative impacts on our health, water levels and quality, as well as other key functions that wetlands provide. The NRM government is fully committed to environmental conservation and has integrated this in all its major policies, starting with Vision 2040, the NRM Manifesto, the Parish Development Model, the National Development Plan, etc. Furthermore, the Constitution of Uganda and the National Environmental Act 2019, plus 10 other laws, fully integrate environment management, specifically wetland management. In addition, government is committed to promoting sustainable wetland management and human development through collective action. And to that effect, we have made several decisions as follows. In 2011, Cabinet took a decision to create Environmental Protection Police Unit. The 2024 Cabinet Directive to cancel the titles erroneously issued in wetlands, gazettement of all wetlands, wetland restoration, and demarcation of wetland boundaries. Government has recently approved a 10-year Environment and Natural Resources Restoration Action Plan, which builds on the UN Decade of Ecosystem Restoration. And I would like at this point to thank the UN family for the tremendous support they are giving government toward this endeavor. It is envisaged that this plan will strengthen the already existing efforts in wetland restoration. Due to the government's efforts in restoration, the wetlands in Uganda are beginning to show some recovery, with the coverage of intact wetlands increasing from 8.9% in 2015 to the current 9.8%. We still have a target to recover our wetlands to 12% by 2040. With the above successes, we have moved from a situation where wetlands were regarded as wastelands to the present state where they are now considered as valuable assets for national development and poverty reduction. Under the National Development Plan 3, wetlands are a key sector for sustainable industrialization, inclusive growth, employment, and wealth creation. The government will not relax until Ugandans appreciate the need to save these resources, for both present and future generations. In this regard, I applaud local governments that are taking my message seriously to manage vital wetlands. I congratulate Rubirizi District local government for being at the forefront of this crusade. I call upon each of you in your various capacities to stop pointing fingers and blaming NEMA and the ministry, but instead support these institutions by reporting and stopping continued wetland degradation, beginning within your neighborhood. To my media friends, there are many success stories in wetland conservation that you can use to educate fellow Ugandans. So be the change agents. I urge the Ministry of Water and Environment, together with all partners, to double efforts towards securing our wetlands, which are biodiversity hotspots, granaries of water, carbon sinks and sources of livelihood. Let us promote irrigation of the wetlands, fish farming at the edges of the wetlands, and also support value addition of wetland products. We need more new innovations and value chains for wetland resources if we are to cause socio-economic transformation. The academia, research institutions, and private sector need to take keen interest in this. Let us support companies like marker pads that are already doing something positive by producing sanitary towels from papyrus. Allow me now to congratulate Rubirisi District, together with the Ministry of Water and Environment, for hosting and organizing this colorful celebration. Let me also thank our development partners, non-state actors, and private sector for their continued support towards our conservation initiatives. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to advise all those in wetlands to leave the wetlands peacefully. Let us use the parish development model to support our people to start alternative development on livelihoods and stop relying only on wetlands. I would like to call upon the private sector and all development partners to take an interest in supporting wetland conservation because it is key to our survival. Finally, I would like to reiterate government's commitment to protect wetlands, and I call upon all nature-loving Ugandans to invest in protecting wetlands for our common future. I therefore declare 2025 a year of wetlands action countrywide. I thank you for being part of today's celebration, and I wish you joyful celebrations. 2nd February 2025. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda. That is the message of His Excellency the President for all of us on this very important day. Thank you for your kind attention.
The chief guest, with humility, may you allow us we get the anthems, and after signing first, we have to sign the Youth Go Green Save the Crested Crane campaign, and she has to sign on the community-based wetland management plan for Kidubure Ngoro wetland. The chief guest is proceeding to sign on those two important documents, Youth Go Green Save campaign and
to proceed to give awards for wetland conservation efforts. I believe the acting director will has them, and the people who are supposed to have these awards, please come forth. As we come to the end of the celebration, the people who are supposed to receive the awards. Meanwhile, the DJ prepare for the national anthems immediately after the awards.
Youth Go Green, please come for a presentation of an award. Tagwenda district representatives, you come and receive your award. Chitagwenda representatives, come and receive your award.
That is Kitagwenda, being received by the district chairperson. Meanwhile, the DJ should prepare for the reverse form.
Our chief guest, let us have the anthems. Thank you. The rest, the minister is going to handle. The anthems.
The anthems, please.